was shot and killed while making entry into a home, responding to a domestic dispute, and reports of shots fired inside the house. Officer O'Rourke served the West Bloomfield Police Department for 12 years and is survived by his wife and 4 children. And that's all I have today.
Okay, well, that's 4 too many.
Yes, sir.
Okay, listen, be safe, my friend.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Thank you for calling in.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay. You guys want to go ahead?
Sure. We have Army casualties. Chief Warrant Officer 2, Jose L. Montenegro, Jr., 31 of Houston, Texas, and Chief Warrant Officer 2, Thalia S. Ramirez, 28 of San Antonio, Texas, and they were assigned to the 1st Squadron, 7th Cav Regiment, 82nd Combat Aviation Brigade out of the 82nd Airborne, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Also have PFC Shane W. Cantu, 20 of Corona, Michigan, and he was assigned to the 1st Battalion, 503rd Infantry Regiment, 173rd Airborne Brigade Combat Team out of Vicenza, Italy.
Good morning, Ocala, Marion County. As of Tuesday, August 21st, 2012, at least 1,968 members of the United States military have died in Afghanistan as a result of the United States-led invasion of Afghanistan since late 2001. Of that 1,968, there are at least 1,638 of those military service people have died as a result of hostile fire. Since the start of United States military operations in Afghanistan, 17,288 United States service members have been wounded in hostile action, according to the Defense Department.
Anybody local? Anybody want to talk about anybody local? No. You know, before we go into Amazing Grace, even the military is concerned about the lack of attention on the casualties. And there's an article here by a general that served in Afghanistan, and you know, basically his message is what our message is. We go about our everyday life and not think twice about what's happening and the troops in harm's way. I think we do here. I think the people in Marion County do. But that's why we do this. It's certainly something we don't enjoy. And one of the generals coined it the "Who Cares War." Well, I hope he's wrong. I think most of us do care. And I know the veterans care, and I think the people in Marion County care. But I think it's important for us, as we do with the firefighters and we do with the law enforcement officers. It's important that we remember and we talk about the casualties, because it matters to us and it matters to their family that these young men and women are killed, and they're doing what we ask them to do. And we ought to at least one time read their names out for the sacrifices they make for this country, and we're going to continue doing that. All right, Larry, go ahead if you would. How you doing?
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Was lost, but now
Okay, Larry, appreciate it. I know some of you are probably curious why we didn't talk about the embassy's debts, but I don't have all the names in on that yet, so I'm sure next week we'll have those names to read as well. Well, John, you know what makes this all possible, right? I think you do.
I think so, maybe.
Yeah. If we don't by now, we'll never know.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
Right?
By the way, Ford signed up again.
They signed up again?
They signed up again for another year of abuse.
Yeah.
So,
it's
obviously
amazing. It's
people
amazing,
like that
right?
abuse. I can't. There's no explanation for it, is there? It's just attention is what it is.
It must be the attention,
it's the attention
they get.
Negative,
Well, they get all those...
Even negative attention is good.
They get all those serious advertisements, but you got to be a special sponsor to put up with all the abuse that we heap on people.
They get it on the air and they get it personally. So, but
I think it's the personal attention.
I think you're right. Yeah. Steve's really a masochist, I think.
I think. Well, he just signed up so he can see you walk in the Heart Walk.
That's right. The Heart Walk is coming up October
coming up.
6th, and we're all ready to walk. I've been in training. You probably see me walking around the complex here. I know Larry sees me walking around.
But he has his oxygen bottle.
But we're still brought
and that brings us right back
right
to Roberts.
That's right.
That was a great lead-in, right?
Yeah.
Roberts Funeral Homes and Cemeteries been doing business for about 120 years or so, and serving us in our time of need. And they great community sponsor, as well as they have some great programs. And we keep telling people, don't forget, if you're a veteran, get that DD 214. You're going to need it someday in your life. So
well,
get that, and then they have a lot of good programs.
They got some good programs.
So.
They're getting they're good to the community, and they're good people to work with. And Ford Lincoln of Ocala, 2 locations, one here in Ocala, just a little bit north of town, and then down in Bellevue. And they're in the process of building a new facility in Bellevue. And sell good products. They got good service. I just got a service announcement. I need to take my truck in for some more servicing. But they're good people. They sell good products. They'll take care of you. And go see Steve Pelosi over there. He'll treat you well. And Steve's a big sponsor this year and the Heart Walk. That's important to all of us. October the 6th, get out there and do some walking with us, raise some money, and let's maybe defeat heart disease in our lifetime. Let's hope so. You got a phone call already? And then I want to go to a couple of guests because they got places to go and things to do.
Yes, sir. Good morning. You're on the air with Hank.
Good morning, Hank.
Hey, Sonny.
I take offense to this general statement. Number one, how many tours did he pull in Iraq and Afghanistan? That's number one. And number two, if he cared so much, why are our troops still there?
Yeah.
Why wasn't he fighting to get us out of there?
Yeah. Well, I think he's wrong about that. I didn't mention his name, but I think he's wrong. But I do think there's a general feeling in this country that people aren't paying attention to the casualties.
I don't
about
know.
one a day, and my feeling about whether or not we should be there. I don't think we should be. That's my own personal feeling. But
number one, we had a chance to nail him under the previous president's administration, and we had him cornered. And it's Pakistan.
Yeah.
Who cares? You go in there, nail his hide to the wall, and you get the hell out. I'm quite sure the number of casualties and wounded would nowhere be as close, as numerous as it is today if this general really cared. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Sonny. I appreciate it. Sonny sometimes and I disagree, but on the Afghanistan issue, I don't think we do. And you wonder why we're still. I wonder why we're still there, and then we'll talk about that down the road, maybe even a little bit later today, because a lot of us are upset about what happened in Libya and in Egypt, which all kind of ties in. But I want to go to Skip Archibald. Is your name? No, your name's not Skip Archibald. Yeah, it is good. Well, that's because I like your dad better than I like you. That's what it is. Yeah. Well, Bill, it's always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
I'll say that on the air, but you know how I really feel. Anyway, Bill, listen, you're here. You're talking about a great project we're all involved in. You're kind of taking the lead on it, you and Francis Military Academy, and we really appreciate you doing that, and it involves a veteran.
Yes, sir.
And you come by, and we've been working a little bit closer together this year than we have in the past. I've enjoyed it, and this is one of the reasons I enjoy working with you. The fact that you're taking the lead on this this endeavor to get this guy a new house.
We're underway and making way. Donations are starting to pour into our website, MarionMilitaryAcademy.org. Sergeant Lettingham, who's in Afghanistan. His oldest boy is one of our sophomores at the military academy. Our kids are out selling chicken dinner tickets for the September 22nd event.
We need to make sure they understand what happened now.
Oh, I'm gonna read from the flyer.
We're going to read right from the flyer so we don't get it wrong.
But, we're gaining some real positive momentum.
Very good.
Place it on your Facebook page. Come on out September the 22nd to Tuscaloosa Park, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We'll be selling chicken dinners. Plates include slaw, beans, a roll, takeout only. Come out and make a donation. You could call the school at 291-6600. You can swing by Pastor Sports or by Big Al's Barbershop on Northeast 8th Avenue to purchase your tickets. You can also go to MarionMilitaryAcademy.org and view our video. It's under news. You could click to see that video, and you could also choose to sponsor 1 square foot of this home. 1 square foot costs $36. If we only get about 1,000 more folks donating, this home will be built. Many thanks to Mr. Brad Nemo with Habitat for Humanity, who's making this possible. We've had shingles and sidings and electricians come forward. We're going to build this house. This man's coming back, and he'll have his home replaced. Thank you, Hank, for having us aboard.
Well, people probably forget about the house burning down. When was it?
Yeah,
about a year ago, maybe
no,
6
sir,
months
it was
ago?
on March the 7th, I got a phone call from this gentleman, from Staff Sergeant Lettingham. He said, Colonel Archibald, I need a little bit of help, maybe just some wood, and I can get my house fixed up. And I took that for face value. He very much minimized the problem, but that home's got to be replaced. That home is entirely destroyed, and we had surveyors have indicated that as well.
And that was either the day he was deployed or the day after he was deployed, or
he
he's getting ready to be deployed?
He called me the morning after the fire, and he had to deploy within 3 days. And actually, thanks to all our veterans-based organizations here, Veterans Helping Veterans, we raised the immediate money to get this family's subsistence. But it's time to finish this home.
Yeah, it is. And again, everybody's jumping aboard, so you can help out. And do that one more time, the phone numbers, how to get a hold of you in the event.
Any questions at all, call our main line at 291-6600 or visit our website, MarionMilitaryAcademy.org/news/help-needed.html. Again, 291-6600.
Okay, and tell Ron Corbett back over here, who has more money than any of us, how he makes his check out to that organization.
Very well. You can make them out at Francis Marion Military Academy, or FMMA, and that's just $36. And pass the word on. Tuscaloosa Park, September 22nd. Come on out. If you don't want the food, we'll donate it to Interfaith. Just come on out. Let's build this house.
There we go. Outstanding. You got a board member here with you? You want to say anything?
I actually have one of my...
Want to introduce him?
I will. I have one of my founding board members who's no longer a board member, but his name is Lieutenant Colonel John Etzel. He serves as Medina students at the Academy, and he's also headed up our aerospace program, where our cadets are earning their private pilot's license.
Outstanding. Very
John?
good. Colonel?
Well, we're very happy to be part of the project rebuild here for our family. We've got service members out there who standing in harm's way, defending this nation, even when they're not supported. And he has a real personal emergency here that this community is getting together to help him rebuild his house. Take care of a family, take care of a service member who is deployed, can't be here to do that. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Well, this is one of those concrete examples. We can do something right in front of our face, and people talk about supporting the troops. Well, this is our chance to prove it. We don't have to talk about it, we can prove it. So it's going to take a little bit of money. Go get yourself a chicken dinner or kick in $36, and that will do the trick too. And we took care of the initial needs, but now this family needs a permanent place to live, and I think that's the least we can do for what they're doing.
And really, all we need is for people to buy 1 square foot. We're asking you to buy 1 square foot.
Okay. Very good, guys. I appreciate you coming by. I know it's short notice, but thanks for coming in.
Appreciate it.
And you're on the board. You're not on the board of directors with them anymore? Because I have some stories I'd like to talk to the board about.
Still on the board, but a non-voting member at this point because I'm part of the staff.
All right, Bill. You saved again. He's a non-voting member, so your job's good for another year. Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Thanks again, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you. Larry, why don't you take a break, and we'll come back and we'll talk about a few more things. I got Ron Corbett here, wants to talk about a couple of things.
We'll be right back.
Guys, be safe.
The season of savings starts now at Ford, Lincoln of Ocala and Bellevue on the best-selling lineup for the past 35 years. Ford's F-Series team, led by Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, F-150, starting at only $16,987. On offense, 12 hard-working 2012 Ford Super Duty models with a single goal: deliver performance and fuel efficiency that's no match for the competition. Score big and save big now on the entire line of 2012 Built Ford Tough F-Series trucks at Ford, Lincoln of Ocala and Bellevue. View their entire playbook of savings at FordofOcala.com.
Life's journey has many ups and downs, but you can take comfort in the knowledge that Robert's Funeral Home is here to serve you and your family with loving care and dignity. The Roberts family has been providing their caring services since 1898 and offer traditional, custom, cremation, and veteran services. Pre-made arrangements are also available. Roberts Funeral Homes. Great funeral homes serve great people.
Plumbing. I see. Ooh, we can try to fix that. I'll send someone right over. How's the third Wednesday of next month sound? Say between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Would that be fine? Of course it will. Now I'll just need your credit card information.
Does that sound all too familiar? Well, next time, call Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it. We schedule around your time, not ours. And we have straight time, anytime, all the time. That means we're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we don't charge extra for nights, weekends, or holidays. We install traditional and tankless water heaters, repipes, drain repair, septic service and installation, irrigation systems, new construction, remodels, bathrooms, kitchens, even gas line installation and service. And we've been doing it all for over 25 years. So call today, 237-2888. That's 237-2888. And remember, if water runs through it, we do it. Mike Scott Plumbing.
Hello, I'm Mark Sears with Regency Printing. With over 10 years in the printing business, I know you'll find Regency Printing the place for all your local printing needs. Plus, I have fax services, mailbox rentals, notary service, U.S. mail, pack and ship, all at one convenient location, 2375 Northeast 25th Avenue. Just look for the yellow signs. Regency Printing, 789-6683. That's 789-6683. Regency Printing.
What you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
If you have to leave and go to the gym all the time, it's already taking too long, and a lot of people just don't have any extra time. Instead, jump rope in the driveway. Walk around the neighborhood. Men are more likely to find mature-looking women more attractive, which means they tend to gravitate toward women who are taller, heavier, have larger waists, and stronger facial features. When you can't see sweets, you're less likely to eat them, and that simple switch led to workers eating 10% fewer M&Ms.
Don't miss this stuff.
Stay informed on everything going on in the villages with the Village Spectator newspaper. The Village Spectator is exclusively devoted to the villages with news, commentary, and more. And yes, they have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask is that you tell them where you heard about them. Call Tom's Picks at 804-1223 and pick up your copy of the Village Spectator today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
It's Saturday morning football season. Time to kick it off with some great food and one of your favorite beverages. But where to go? Well, try Brunch on Broadway. Check out Football Saturdays at Pie on Broadway every week at 10 a.m. for the perfect blend of football, food, and fun. At Pie on Broadway in downtown Ocala, we'll get you ready for all the big games, the live broadcast of Buddy Martin's Saturday Sports page on WOCA, AM, and FM. Saturdays are also good days to stroll around beautiful downtown Ocala. Head to the farm market on the square, and then enjoy Brunch on Broadway just in time to watch ESPN's Game Day on one of our TVs. Of course, Pie is also a great place to dine for lunch and dinner the rest of the week, too. But Football Saturday at Pie on Broadway is special. Pie on Broadway, where you get to the college spirit with Brunch on Broadway as your pre-kickoff menu.
9:31. Let's return to Hank Whittier in Veterans News. Hank?
We're back. We are back. It always surprises people that we come back. We have to do something besides talking about Yes Solutions, which I know you want me to talk extensively about. Are you going to be a new sponsor? Is that what this is all about? You come into surprises?
Thinking it out there.
Well, it'd probably dramatically increase your business. Yeah, dramatically.
Well,
I'm not sure the business you'd want, but
right. Well, that's it. I got to worry about the fellows that were here before time. $36 maybe we.
Well, square foot. That's pretty good. That's a bargain to get a veteran, to get an active duty member's house rebuilt.
Yeah,
the damn thing built to the ground. Went to the ground when it burnt down, and it's got some problems out there because I guess they had to clean up the soil and all that stuff. But Habitat for Humanity was one of the first ones to jump forward and say, "Hey, I'll help out." They were outstanding, and everybody knows Brad. Brad's a good guy out there, Brad Nemo. And the Francis Military Academy. They called us, I think, the night of, right the morning after the fire, and we did some stuff temporarily to get him someplace to stay. But this is a project Marion County ought to get behind. It's an easy thing to see. You see where your money's going right in front of your face,
right.
And that account is set up for that purpose. So I know we can count on you, Ron.
Yeah, well,
matter of fact, everybody else can probably put their money away and just leave it up to you to do.
There you go.
Yeah, I've seen your retirement check. I know what you get in.
Okay. Well,
you get big bucks.
Yeah.
Big bucks. What? Tied a full bird colonel in 06?
Mm-hmm.
We know.
But I don't get all that money,
No, the ex-wives get some of it.
Well, they get some. And my mistress gets some. And,
And you know what? She says it's not enough.
Right. Constantly.
The money or what?
No, we won't go there, John. That's a story for another day. That's the midnight show story. Yeah. But, anyway, let us talk about some paying customers first, and then we'll get back to you.
All right.
Okay.
That sounds good.
John, you're the official spokesman for the.
For what?
So we put the blame on you. If Steve changes his mind, wants to cancel things out, it's because of you, John.
It's all my fault. Huh?
Yeah. Roberts, they'll be with us because
they'll be with us.
We know we toss a lot of business there.
They're going to be with us.
They're
waiting for your big.
Listen, this will probably be one of those state funerals. You heard those state. Listen.
The cardboard box and those little.
Well, you know what? Cardboard burns. Doesn't it? Cardboard burns. Yeah. Little can of propane.
There's some worry about hazardous waste.
Yeah, probably so. You know what? You probably had an asbestos box or something. That's not going to work. But tell us about Roberts first.
Tell us about Roberts. Well, they've been doing business here for over 120 years.
Well, at least up until 5 minutes ago, anyway. Yeah.
But they're always there for you in your time of need, and that's important. That you can deal with somebody that has integrity and is really helpful, and I know a lot of people that have used them and definitely recommend them.
Well, the majority of veterans we know, and that's really usually where we refer them, unless they're out of town or something, because they know what they're doing, they know what they're talking about, they've done it for 120 years. If you don't know by then you're never going to know. But they know what they're doing, and you're going to deal with some. I know some folks that did some pre-planning with them, and matter of fact, two different couples just did some pre-planning. We're happy with the way they were treated and the knowledge of the people they were working with. So that's the good news. And then new people.
We have Ford Lincoln, Ocala. They got that great new showroom being built and a maintenance facility down there in Bellevue, and go by there almost every day, and it's going to be quite a building, I think.
Yeah. Even Joe was surprised that Steve re-upped. He said, I can't believe it. Steve re-upped. That was the day he was here. We beat him up pretty good, too.
Beat him up real good all the time, But it's really a thing, because I'm not too sure he isn't working with Roberts, because he knows that walk is coming up on the 6th, and
they got me doing
big money on
120 miles I'm supposed to walk that morning. So I think maybe Roberts will be at the end of the walk.
Yeah, well, that's
maybe the middle. Yeah. It's
pulling the hearse, right?
People are turning it into a fundraiser because it's like a lottery going. How far can Hank walk without having the big one?
Without dropping,
falling over. So Place your bets. Place your bets. Mile 25, I think. But
mile 25. You couldn't make mile 25 in your truck.
I'm going to put you guys to shame. You guys will be.
Ford truck.
You guys will be. I'll put you all to shame that morning. Ron and I are walking together. It's a duo. You got a phone call?
Yes, sir.
Poor guy's been on the line.
Save us. They're going to save us.
Good morning.
Poor guy's been on the line waiting for 15 minutes for your nonsense.
Good morning. You're on the air with Hank.
Good morning to everybody down there, and thank everybody for their service.
Thank you for your service, my friend.
Hey, Hank,
Yes,
I just want to know if you guys might agree with me or slightly, and the listening audience out there, this latest thing of these mad mobs breaching our walls of our embassy, that's just like attacking our capital. I mean, that is the United States. Our embassies overseas are supposed to be protecting everything. But what do y'all think about this? We all know that the Muslim Quran believes in a jihad, and if they die in doing that they go immediately to paradise, and they got 72 blonde virgins. I don't know why they like blonde so much, but anyway, they get to paradise. So what I'm going to recommend, since we got this program of appeasement and apologizing and even bowing down and all this, that, and the other, why don't we just get in line with that and help these people by putting 50 caliber machine guns on the walls of all of our embassies, around the embassies, and have intersecting fire and our field of fire, and we'll just cut them down like cordwood and load them up and take them to the nearest place to ship them off to paradise. How do y'all feel about that?
I think a lot of the guys would agree with you. Go ahead, John, if you want to say something.
I think that's a great idea. I don't understand that when the people get on the other side of the wall and they ain't dead, what's going on with our embassies, you know?
Well, they burn their flag, and it's just been so shameful for the past 15, 20 years. This appeasement stuff that's going on. I'll tell you what, I just got back from Thailand. There's a lady made a bad remark about the king there, and I think she spat on the ground or something. Picture of the king was there. And you know something, they put her, and she's from Australia, and they nabbed her, and she was looking at 20 years. I don't know what happened, but we don't have it anymore, and it's because of people in Washington. I'm sick to death of it. Not one serviceman should be dying over there right now. Get out of there. Can't we learn something from Russia?
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, and Sonny was talking about that earlier. I don't know what we're still doing there. I don't know what we're there to begin with for.
Exactly.
With the mission accomplished, get out of there. But
well,
there's other business. You know, here it was. There's some other questions asked. Here it was 9/11. And one would think that the word would have went out from Washington to all the embassies and all the consulates to be heightened security. You know, what happened in Libya that those 20 or 30 people who went in there and killed the ambassador, where was the security?
Well,
where was the alert to say, hey, be careful, it's 9/11, we expect attacks somewhere that they're going to try to get at us? Where was all the security at? Where was the White House? Where was the Department of State? What happened here? I mean, this is a scandal, I think, that's going to grow.
Well, it's going to grow because these people are trying to destroy our country and give it away. But
we seem to be, trying to help them, and then to turn around and start apologizing because somebody, that video was just an excuse.
Hank, when Teddy Roosevelt was president, there's a guy down in South America captured our ambassador down there and sent a message up back when Teddy Roosevelt and said $100,000 or this ambassador is going to be dead within 72 hours. Mm-hmm. And he fired a message back and he said, our ambassador better be free in 24 hours or Vasquez is going to be dead, and they turned him loose.
Yeah.
I mean, we ain't got any of that anymore, Frank.
You don't have any of that anymore.
Travel overseas if you want to really see. I mean, we just ain't got it.
I believe you. And listen, you don't all you have to do is watch the news conferences, and you get a good taste of it here. You know, it's hard. It amazes me because we were talking about politicians earlier, how some of them can stand without a spine.
Exactly, and you know something, and they'll say one thing, and everybody's saying, "Oh, that was such a good speech. Oh, I like what he said." You know something, people, wake up, quit listening to what they say, and watch what they do. Watch what they do.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Anybody can say anything. Yeah. But anyway, I say put 50 caliber machine guns on all the walls and cut them down and work with appeasement. Say, hey, we love you. We're going to send you to paradise. That's what I'd do. And I make no bones about it, Hank.
I agree with you, guy. Listen,
Thank everybody out there for their service. These poor boys right now are not getting backed up by anybody.
No, they're not, and they're on their own, and we need to bring.
What a shame!
We need
What
to
a
bring
shame!
them home. Bring them home. If you're not going to do it right, bring them home.
Exactly. Well, y'all hang in there.
Hey, listen, we're not going to give up, and neither are you, and I think neither are these guys in the room. And this is another, in my opinion, another shameful exhibit of what's wrong in Washington. And unfortunately, it just grows and grows, and you don't think it's going to get any worse, and it gets worse. So, I know I've made my decision of people are criticizing some folks who criticize the actions over there, but I think those actions need to be criticized, and we need to be asking questions about, where was the security, where were our policies, what were those folks told to do, and you sure as hell don't apologize to a mob for killing after they've killed American citizens. That was shameful in and of itself. All right, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you guys, but, we're all upset about this one. I'm sure everybody out there is. But I watched all the news yesterday, and, you watch it and you watch it, and you get sicker and sicker watching it. And, we didn't know, the excuses. We didn't have all the information. I'm just tired of apologizing to people who want to go out there and kill us, kill the things we care about, destroy our society. And we're concerned about their sensitivity because of some stupid video that was made. I know a guy that lives in Egypt. He's a Christian. He'll tell you about what's happening to Christians in Egypt. They're murdering them. And so let's not talk about sensitivity of the Muslim world. It's just an excuse to kill people. That's all they're using it for. Ron, you came to see me.
John Adams said, "This is war, damn it. We got to offend somebody." And that's where we need to be.
It wouldn't have happened under some administrations. And the last few administrations we've had, I'm not going to put it all on the latest one, but we've had a number of administrations that are more concerned about apologizing and appeasing than they are anything else.
Exactly.
Rather than standing up and doing the right thing for this country and for other people as well. Because they're not all crazies like we see. There are a lot of good people out there that they're in fear as well, and we're just making excuses for the hoodlums out there.
Well, at school you took a course, Basic Introduction to Applied Contract Law. The first thing you learn is you cannot make a contract with somebody who's mentally unstable. If anybody's willing to kill somebody for what they, quote, believe, they're mentally unstable. And you cannot negotiate with them. Period. I mean, that's simple.
Yeah. Well, he's right. You accommodate them. If they want to go to paradise, I'd love to accommodate them. And and the only way for them to get there is to be, like he said, a 50 caliber round through the head. Listen, God bless them. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Well, yeah, that's the idea. Yeah.
And
Ron, you're here to talk about other things, though. I know you're not here to talk about politics.
And I get all the credit for everything that my troops did, and I get all the blame for everything they did wrong.
You actually had troops under your command?
No, I just pretend.
Yeah.
Make believe.
I mean, that's frightening. That frightens the dickens out of me. How many did you do? Was it a wing under your command, or
yeah,
you had a whole wing?
A wing.
Oh my God! How many personnel was that?
Too many.
Yeah, too many.
But it worked. He scared the enemy. It's
right. I mean, they saw one wing.
Well, that would scare me too. You had your finger on the button. That would scare me.
I had my finger on the trigger.
Yeah,
right.
That would. Yeah, I would think.
Because I'm a member of the DRT club. Right there.
You retired in what year? What was the year you retired?
87.
87, and you went in what? 60 something?
62.
62. All right. Very good.
The good news is we had a Air Force medical operating room technician that got out of the service, and he couldn't really get approved to do anything in civilian life medical, so I hired him. He had all the qualifications I needed.
When did you hire him?
About a week ago.
Is he still with you?
He's still with me,
And?
I haven't let him know what we do around there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
His security clearance isn't high enough now. But we hired another vet
Very good.
And
you keep on hiring veterans down there. I'm proud of you for doing that.
If you're not a vet, you don't work for me.
Yeah. Yes,
you don't
solutions.
work with me.
Some of them have worked out. A couple I know have not worked out, who happen to be an Air Force guy as well.
Well, yeah, you
but
know.
that's a story for
But
another
that was Air Force security. They was
I
doing
see.
the embassy.
Yeah, I get you.
Type thing. So,
So how's business? How you doing down
business
there?
is going along fine. We have a big banner that we put out in front of the store that says the government did not create this business. I did. And then I signed it with letters big enough that King George can read them without his spectacles. Yes, if I'm going to say it, I'm going to sign it.
Yeah, you did build a business, and so did your money, because I know you've been pouring money into that thing for years.
But that's okay. I mean,
yeah, you got plenty of it.
I'm so darn good at losing money. Why would I want to?
Why would you want to change things now? And you're good for the economy. You keep that money flowing. You know?
That's right. And I've been waiting for years for the government to come by and vacuum the floor, but I haven't seen them yet. So I guess I did it, not
well,
them.
listen, Yes Solutions has got a good track record of hiring veterans. You've hired a lot of veterans down there.
We've hired quite a few of them.
Most of them have worked out.
Some of them worked out, some of them don't work out, but that's the way it goes. I mean, everybody's not qualified to get an honorable discharge.
Would you hire John? Because John's kind of
no.
See, he didn't even hesitate.
There are limits. No, I thought maybe he'd hedge on that.
He has some standards.
Yeah.
He has some standards.
Not many, but he does have a few.
Yeah, I have one or two of them, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever. And we're out there at Six Gun Plaza harassing as many people as we can.
Well, I come by. Vivian likes to spend a lot of time in Bell, so I came by there the other day, and you guys were closed. It was a Saturday, and you weren't open. A Saturday morning.
There was a sign in the window that I was there with a client. Give me a call or come down and
bang
open
loudly on the door or something like that.
Well, no,
I mean, it said you'd be open. It was past the hour you'd said you'd be open, and I was there. Trying to spend money.
Yeah, but there was a sign saying where I was. The sign said I was helping a client.
Is that what it
You don't really want to know what I was doing.
No, I really don't.
She wouldn't.
She was down on Pine Street.
Yeah, we're not going there.
I didn't say who the client was or where the client was.
You guys want to go there this morning, and I don't want to go there. You keep on trying to drag me in that direction, and I'm not going there.
You know, the reason
the
reason why Ron won't hire me is, people have to come in and buy something in the store, and if I'm working there, that's not going to work.
Who would even come in the store?
Scared them away.
Yeah.
It scared
What,
them
you
away.
have them stand out front waving like those other guys do? No one's going to.
I get some people coming in looking for a job, and
do you have any trucks or vehicles under the Yes Solution?
That thing he drives.
Steve Wigginton back there's got a business. He paints commercial vehicles, garbage trucks and utility trucks and things like that.
Well,
you need a truck painter.
That's a thought,
or town cars.
Don't do airplanes or Lincolns.
Okay. I went down to Roberts to make the funeral arrangements,
and they let him out.
And I told them that I'd like to drive my Lincoln. And they said, no, it's not painted properly. So maybe
Steve can help you out. Steve can do that. Yeah,
of course, I don't know if Ocala Ford will let me drive a car in a funeral. I have to check with them.
I don't know if Ford wants anything to do with you. Do you drive a Ford?
No, I drive a Lincoln.
You need a Lincoln? Well, Lincoln's good. He'll sell you a new Lincoln. Is it a new Lincoln?
No.
Well, let's get you a new one.
Let's get you a new one. 2008, so
2000. Now you need to upgrade. As much money as you have, you need.
Right, I got to get a new one.
That's why the economy's so slow. He's just
he's pumping. Listen, Steve, Ron has pumped hundreds of thousands of dollars into this economy locally. You really have.
Oh, yes, I have.
You have. I know you have. I mean, people talk about small businessmen always. But he's a good example of that, and I know you've had some good times and bad times, but you've really you've hired some people down there, so. That's what small business is all about. You take a chance and you work hard at it and you spend some money and hopefully it takes off. And I know you're doing some other things now. You're doing some promotional items and stuff. Yeah.
Where if you have a fundraiser or whatever, we'll help you have a promotional product with that.
Mm-hmm. And now I'm going to tell you something on the air, so Steve hears me. Someone stole his U.S. Army cup, which I got from your supplies. And he wants
it was
a replacement.
Guaranteed, right?
He wants a replacement.
Well,
and I think you told me it was a guaranteed cup.
Guaranteed replacement.
There you go.
But only for
$12.95, right?
Only for vets.
Well, he's a veteran.
Well, then it's
he's a U.S. Army veteran.
Yeah. Well, Let's see, the Army, they're down in the nursery where the infantries are.
Who is that? Somebody.
The Three Stooges.
Yeah. No, there's actually 6 of us.
You guys are funny. Thank you very much.
Take it easy.
Yeah, we're the dirty half dozen.
Yeah. Dirty. Not about dirty, but maybe not. Probably the stupid half dozen. Maybe not that. Well, at least 5 of you are, anyway. So.
But you know, I get some people coming in, and I'm sure there's a part of their body that's not tattooed or pierced, and I don't want to see it.
Is that a prerequisite for buying something? I got to show you body parts when I walk in? Is that
no, they want a job.
One job and all tattooed.
What kind of place are you running down there, Ron? Wait a minute.
To scare my clients away.
You're doing something down there I didn't know you were doing, my pal. I didn't know you were doing all that kind of stuff.
No, I'm not talking.
Would you like to play some trivia this morning?
Sure, that sounds like
Would you
fun.
like that? Because you're a smart guy. You know, we got some smart people last week. I think we had a couple of winners. Did we have winners last week?
I think so, yeah.
Someone won. Pete won.
Yeah, I think so.
But Pete should be disqualified.
He gave it away, right?
Yeah, he gave it back to us, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of like when I give Vivian flowers, she gives me.
Today?
Well, I got my usual. I have my Walmart card, but I've got what do I have? I have a gift certificate for you know where? The Schnitzel House, the Schnitzel Factory.
That's
over there on 14th. You were stationed in Germany, weren't you? Yeah. It's never been the same since, has it? No. But I'll give you a $10 gift certificate plus a Walmart card. But you got to call in. Remember what we did last week? I like that a lot better. You got to call in first. I'm going to get you on the air, and then I'll ask you a question, because it really is an advantage for those folks who can Google very quickly, and we got a couple who are outstanding at that. So this way I get you on the air, and then, you know, you're on the hot seat, and I'll ask you a question. It's a simple question.
So if you want to play the game, call Hank right now.
You got to play the game. Not with Ron. You got to play the game with Hank. Because Ron wants to see body parts.
The number. Let me give you the number. The number is
tattoos. Yeah. Maybe are you getting into the tattoo business, Ron?
I do not want to see the body parts.
Well, you just said you did when they came in.
No.
All right, here's the number. The number to call is 622-9622. That's the WOCA Climate Control Source Hotline.
He's seen more than he wants to see.
Yeah. This must have been you were in Thailand too. You were in Southeast Asia. You still got those bad habits you brought back from Southeast Asia.
In Thailand, I'll tell you, you get thrown in jail. You step on a coin because it's got a picture of the king on it, and you stepped on the king. They do not play around.
Is that right? Yeah. Well, that's what he was saying too. In a lot of foreign countries, that's right. I mean, you have to be very careful. We all served in different places, and people will tell you before you go ashore, you know, watch what you say and watch what you do. Clean up your act, because they don't fool around. And well, you know, that never really worked real well. But if anybody wants to, can I say play with us this morning?
Play with us, yes.
Play with us this morning. I'll give you a Walmart card for $20, and
Hear all those phones
gift
ringing.
certificate. Well, you know, they're afraid to get on the air because, you know, but there's some smart people out there. And I have a couple of simple questions.
There it is.
Here comes a brave soul.
Good morning. You ready to play?
Kathy, good morning.
Oh, Kathy,
Kathy's
darling.
got it down.
Kathy, darling. Now, you cannot Google this, Kathy.
He didn't say that before, Kathy.
Now, you know, okay, so I'm going to be, you know, you're going to try to Google at the same time I'm asking you a question. You got to give me an immediate response, Kathy. No downtime, no 10-second delays. Yeah. Oh, can you wait a second? Somebody's at my door. I know that game routine. Okay. So I want to know. I want to know a vice presidential. A vice president who later ran for the presidency himself with the initials HHH.
Hubert Humphrey.
All right, Kathy. See that you are smart. You don't need to Google. But what was his middle? What was his middle name? What was his middle name?
Hubert. I don't have that.
HHH. Well, I just asked you that. Now you're trying to tell me what? You got to answer the question, Kathy.
Hubert. I don't know his middle name.
Well, you know, I don't know if
Henry?
No, it wasn't Henry. It wasn't Henry. HHH. Now I'm going to go to the committee. Should we give Kathy the gift? I mean, I got one
yes, of course, yes.
Kathy.
You can't change the rules halfway through the game.
What was his middle name?
What was his middle name? Yeah, I said, vice presidential candidate who ran for president. You know what year he ran?
Yeah.
What?
What was his middle name, though?
Well, I'm telling what year did he run, and I'll tell you his middle name.
What year did he run? Hubert Humphrey?
Yeah.
Not sure.
68.
Okay.
Horatio.
Oh, wow. Like Horatio Alger, huh?
Horatio.
Hey,
Yeah.
Horatio.
He only wants part of the prize.
I ought to get half of that prize. You ought to take me to lunch or something.
Listen to this.
No, I mean, Kathy, come on. That's fair. I got, because I have the veto vote. I was going to veto it down. They all wanted you to get the prize, but, I felt sorry for you.
You say they don't hassle like you do. They don't heckle. That's a better word. They don't heckle like you do.
Well, I do that to everybody, though.
I know.
Only the people I really like, though, Kathy.
Nobody else is going to take them to lunch.
I haven't been to lunch in at least 15 years, Kathy. I know.
Well, I appreciate it. That's a
well, okay.
wonderful
I'll
prize.
give it to you, Kathy, because you essentially you got it right.
And I didn't Google.
No, you didn't Google because you're just
I sure
a naturally
didn't. I'm
smart.
not that bad.
Unlike the people in here, besides myself, you're naturally smart.
Well, thank you. In some areas, no.
No, Kathy, I haven't found that to be true. Where are you not smart? These men?
Math.
With men?
Oh, gosh,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Math.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you what. You wouldn't do any better in here with this group either, let me tell you. Okay.
I think she said math.
English, yes.
All right, Kathy, I'm going to give you the Walmart card, and you know where the Schnitzel factory is?
Yes, I do.
And they got good food. A couple of the people went there last week, and they were over there on 14th, so you get $10 off for lunch or whatever you want to do.
Wonderful.
Okay, so you're probably going to go with a friend, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was your friend, but obviously not good enough. Not good enough. I'm going to hand this over to Larry. Don't take Larry to lunch now.
You are so funny. Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, Kathy, behave yourself. Be good.
I will. I'll try. Okay.
Okay,
All
we're trying to move offices. By the way, we're trying to in the process. I don't know who's going to rent to us.
It's just I think they put out the word.
I mean, what is the problem? I'm trying to spend money. Why do people not want to rent?
This is why the economy is where it is.
I'm trying to spend money. We're trying to get into a bigger office.
Somebody finds a reason.
I got a couple of folks I'm negotiating with, and they keep on saying, "Well, we're not sure we want to rent to you." I don't quite understand. I mean, but. We'll eventually have some place to go. I may have to go in with you, Ron. Hey, did you guys? I kind of cut you off. Did you have some announcements you want to talk about? We always have our. You get about a minute. We got to go after about a minute.
About a minute.
Yeah.
We'll be until overtime, right? We want to remind everybody if you're in the vicinity of Candler out there, VFW, 4493. We have dinners Wednesday and Fridays, and the Ladies Auxiliary has breakfast this Sunday from 9 to 11. $6 donation, all you can eat. American Legion, we have open house on the 16th from noon to 2. If you want to learn more about the Legion and the Legion family, stop by and see us. We also have our breakfast this Saturday from 8 to 11, so you can stop by. And we want to remind everybody the quarterly memorial will be on October the 6th at 10 a.m.
Okay.
And I think you can go do the walk and then go back to the park at the same time.
Guys, we are out of time. I need to move on. I hope you get something real quick. Go ahead and say it.
Just to let everybody know that this evening at 7 o'clock, the FW Post 7193 will have its monthly meeting. We start at 7 o'clock sharp, and it's at the Mount Moriah Missionary Baptist Church. So come one, and anybody else who's interested in joining our VFW Post.
All right. Listen, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to remember those troops, firefighters, and police officers who gave it their all. And thank you for your service, and God bless America, everybody.
To the prairie, to the oceans white with foam, God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Life jackets save lives. Wear it, Florida. Partly sunny today with a shower or thunderstorm in spots, mainly during the afternoon hours across the interior. The high 85 to 89. Partly cloudy tonight. There may be a shower in spots, mainly along the coast. The low 69 well inland, but 78 along the coast. Tomorrow will be partly sunny with a shower or thunderstorm in parts of the area and a high of 86 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
ABC News Now, I'm Karen Chase.